Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. This is Becky. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Becky. So glad to see you here today. Thank you so much for joining me. I have started the journey of cash budgeting and just kind of want to do a quick video, kind of give you an update on April, because if you've been here before, you kind of know my process, and we're just going to talk through it today. Today I don't have my cash to stuff my envelopes with, but that's not going to stop us, because we're going to go ahead and budget out and get prepared, because a little bit later on in the week I can go to the bank and get the cash out to stuff my envelopes. But today I wanted to make sure that I got a video out for you. If you're on this journey, just go ahead and give me a thumbs up right now. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share it with somebody that you may know, somebody that may actually help with their budgeting journey as well. So today I decided is move-in day for me. And I'm going to do this as quick as I can, because I have to go to job number 2 in just a little bit. So we're going to try to film, get it one and done, and out the door. So anyhow, so if you have seen any of my previous videos, you saw that I made a DIY cash envelope binder. So this is the one that I made out of a cereal box and file folder. So you can go back in my videos and see them if you'd like to learn how to make yourself some cash envelopes, or even a binder with just things that you have around the house. So I started out with a Happy Planner. I really like the Happy Planner because it gave me a nice little start on being able to put my cash envelopes in. I've got one that I've already got a hole punch in, but this one was really, it served its purpose for a long time. But now that I made my own binder, I think I want to move into it. So we're going to do that today. So I'm going to start with my high priority envelopes. I've got, the first one that I have is my 12-week challenge. And then I think we're going to go ahead and put in our license plates. I made a new tracker. This is literally out of a Happy Planner insert from Dollar Tree. It's just a calendar. You can see that it has the months and the days on the calendar, but I decided I'm going to use this paper for something else, and I'm going to use it to track my license plate challenge. So I made my challenge, my license plate renewal. If you need that story, go back in a few of my videos and you'll see. I decided that this would be the perfect tracker for me, because I can put what I would like to put in each paycheck in the top box, and then I can tally up what I actually have in my envelope. So right now you can see I have in my license plate sticker envelope, I have $47, but I do have a goal. I have a goal to put more in as we go along, and I'll show that process to you in just a second. So let's go ahead and move our license plate envelope into our binder. This one is already pre-punched, so I don't have very much to do with that. It does take a little organization, I do have to admit. And it's not the easiest thing to do on camera, but we're going to do it anyway, because this is move-in day. It's exciting. I have a lot of interesting things with my budget to show you today. I'm very happy. Have a little celebration coming along. So now I found that the next section I wanted to do was my Siri Dice Game Challenge. And I don't have this one set up to go into my planner. I thought I would leave that to show you how I do it. So this is my envelope. And in order for me to put this into my folder, I'm going to have something along the bottom here to hold it, obviously, in. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to use some tape. Let's get our tape out. It's not a very precise process, but it does the job. So I'm going to leave a space here on my tape, and then just push that down. It's not very precise. It has bubbles, it has wrinkles. But just like my friend Dana says, we all have wrinkles, right? So we're not going to worry about it too much. So let's see here. I want to make sure that I get it into the correct slots. So I'm just going to do this because this is where I want it to be. I don't even have anything precise to mark with, so I'm going to use a pen. Use a pen. All I need to do is have an idea of where I need to punch those holes. Let's see if you can see that on the screen. Yeah, you can see that. See where I want to punch my holes? Take my hole punch. I guess it'd be easier if I could see what I'm doing here. Try to... Oh, that didn't work. That didn't work. We did our first mess up. Can you see why it's not going to work? Yeah, I punched right through the bottom. That's okay. What is this channel called? The Radical Restart. So we'll just do it again. Here we go. Nice, unprecise way of doing things, but Bob Ross says happy accidents happen. So we're going to take his word for it. How about that? Okay, here we go. Trial 2. Let's see if we can get it right this time. 1. And 2. Okay. Here we go. I guess we need to cut off the excess before we start. Let's get that cut off. Easy peasy. Okay, so we've got 1 and 2. And then I'm going to put my... Okay, I'm going to have to do the same thing with my overage. If you don't know about my Siri Dice game, go ahead and go back in a few videos and it'll explain a little bit the process on why I have an overage envelope as well. Got the idea from my good friend Dana. She's full of good ones. If you haven't seen her channel, you need to pop on over to her channel at Idle Homestead and see her processes. She's even got a good cash envelopes video going. I'm so proud of her. She's amazing. Amazing in all the ways. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Do a little snip here and a snip here. And voila, we're done. Okay. Get the trash. Get the trash, Becky. All right, so now we need to see where we want our envelope to fall. Let's see, this one's going to be a little bit out if I don't put it inside, like maybe about there. So this time I'm going to eyeball it this way. I'm going to make my mark. There, you can actually see that a little bit better too. Looks like I can make a better circle that way. Okay, here we go. Let's make our hole punches. Like I said, it does not have to be perfect or precise, but I want to make sure I got it in there right. Okay. Now is the more difficult part. I wanted to say the hard part, but it's not very hard. It's just a little testy. But not that bad. Okay, here we go. All right, Siri Dice Game. In. I don't have a tracker for her yet. Okay, so what do we have? We have our 12-week challenge, our license plate challenge, our Siri Dice Game. I have a few more that I want to add, like my Christmas envelope. I'll show you that one on screen. I have a Christmas envelope that I'm working on. And then I'm going to make this one. This one was the first cash envelope that I made. You can actually find it in one of my very first videos. But I think I want to make this one my Walmart Savings Challenge. And I'll explain that a little bit later. But first, we're going to get into the budget. So, move-in day complete. We're going to take the ones that we need to put in here, and we'll set that off to the side. And let's dig in to our budgeting timeline. All right. So if you follow along on my channel, you'll know that I have my calendar set up. It looks about like this. I have my zones. I like to keep up with Fly Lady zones, so I divide out the weeks into the Fly Lady zones, and then I have also marked the days that I will be getting paychecks. So I have a part-time that I've marked in blue, and my full-time paychecks I've marked in kind of the magenta. So that's the first thing I do, is find out what dates that I have my paychecks on, and then on my clean sheet of paper, I've got my part-time paycheck and full-time paycheck with the date, and then part-time and full-time. So you can see I've got my budget kind of laid out here where I want it. So I can, and this is how I check and see that I'm making sure that I get everything paid for, because, you know, we want to make sure that we have all of the bases covered as we go along. So I made a tracker. It's just a little tip in. I don't know if you can see, it's just a plain sheet of paper. I taped it to one side. And I made a tracker for myself with listing my bills and my debts in the order that they're going to be coming out of my paychecks during the month. And, well, maybe not necessarily in order of my paychecks, but in the order that they're really due. So this kind of keeps me on track with my monthly spreadsheet. As I go through the month, I can look here and see if I've got my debt 1, and then I mark it. Let's see, where's that one at? There it is. My debt 1, I've got that one marked. And I mark everything in pencil. I don't know if you can see this. So as I go along and make my monthly budget at first, I take pencil and I check off to make sure that I am covering every item on my list. But then as I get my paychecks, I go through and I check them off as I pay them on my budget sheet. And then I use the same pen and I mark them off in my tracker. So let me give you a little bit of a closer view and you'll understand. And you can see the difference in color. So you can see that I have the items that are on my budget list marked off in a dark pen as I go through my month. So that helps me make sure that I'm covering all of my bills. So anyway, through our last budgeting session together, we went through and we put our paycheck amounts at the top, subtracted all of the debts and bills, subscriptions, everything that we would have through the month, checked them off on our list to make sure we're covering everything in our budget. And then down at the bottom, we have what is left over. So for me, what I have in circle is what I have left over that I give myself permission to stuff my cash envelopes with. So I did a little reconfiguring with my first paycheck and found out that I actually had $15 left over. So you think $15, what can you can do a lot with $15. So, and I don't know if you can see, but just as I had forecasted, I was able to actually pay off my first debt. I'm so excited. I got myself some stickers and I'm going to give myself a sticker for that. So I decided, yep, we're dancing through our debt payoff. Might as well go with a little ballet sticker. Yeah. So hopefully my next goal is to take what I paid off from debt 1 and then apply it to the next one. It's the snowball method. So taking this payment with this payment on top of it, I should be able to pay down my second debt. Hopefully, we're working on in May. So we'll see if that pans out. So for this April 14th, 15th pay period for me, I've already decided that I'm going to take, out of the $30 that I have, I'm going to take $18 and apply that to my license plate challenge. So let me show you how I'm doing that. So my license plate challenge tracker is in here. So when I get my cash out of the bank, you can see I have a $10 and an $8 that I wanted to budget in from here. When I get my paycheck or when I get my cash excuse me, out of the bank, I will actually mark this in a dark black ink. I don't want to put it in ink until I actually have the cash in my envelope. So I'm kind of specific like that. So I kind of give myself you know, that's the rule of thumb for me. Nothing goes in ink until it's actually in my envelope. So right now I have $47 in my license plate challenge. And by August, I will have $175 to walk into the Driver's License Bureau and I'll say, here you go, take it, give me my license plate sticker for another year, and then I'll be able to start my challenge over again. So anyway, so looks like out of the $30 that I have left over from that paycheck, I'll take that license plate and I'll cover these 2 weeks. So I have a $10 payment from this paycheck and $8 payment from this paycheck coming out to total $18. That means I have $12 left over. I'm going to put $10 into my Christmas envelope because, you know, we're saving for Christmas already. And then I had $2 left over, so I decided, well, I'll put that in maybe my vacay fund. Like I said, I had a little bonus of this $15, so I'm not quite sure where I'm going to allot it yet. I may go ahead and make another payment onto my license plate challenge just to get it paid off a little bit sooner. But, you know, we have to take it one day at a time, and that's what I'm doing. So I hope you liked this video. Hope it gave you some ideas on what you can do with your budget and how you can maybe even make yourself a nice little binder. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a notebook. Mine's just a notebook. Just spiral bound notebook, just regular plain paper. But I love it. It's so colorful. And as I go on through the months, I'm going to be adding stickers. I'm going to add more things. And, you know, just make it mine. Because, you know, you're worth it. You're worth it. So, if anybody hasn't told you today, I'm proud of you. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment down below if you're inspired to do your own envelopes or maybe even make a little bit of savings challenge. Go ahead and let me know. I'll be happy to celebrate with you. Okay, until next time, have a good week, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.